Hi, Capricorn. Okay, so in terms of awareness for the week, we have the Seven of Swords and we have the Prince of Pentacles. So the Seven of Swords, we see the man here walking away from the camp, taking what he needs, or taking swords of someone else's. And so there's a couple things here, which is be mindful at this time of year, be mindful of people who are not honest or who are representing something that sounds too good to be true. So there's a lot of scam artists. There are a lot of people who are identity thieves. And so, be mindful that sometimes people have not the best intentions, and there are folks who will take advantage of a situation. So whether it's in work or in your personal life, be mindful of people who are less than honest. Some may say this could be a card of lying, deception, trickery. Could be. You have to be vigilant. You have to be smart in how you approach people and deal with people. Protect yourself and, just be on the lookout sometimes for things that, it just comes to mind, which is if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So be mindful of that for the week. If you're approached, if you're in a situation where you're being asked to help out or to donate, maybe do some research and look into the matter a little closer. And again, another thought just struck my mind, and it's like in the U.S. what happened with Bernie Madoff and the Ponzi scheme. Many people were duped, hardworking people who trusted this gentleman and lost a lot of money. And so you think you're going down one path, and then something else happens. So you do the best that you can do in evaluating and looking at a situation or particular people. So with the Seven of Swords here we have the Prince of Pentacles on this beautiful, I would say, opulent horse, and looking out of the abundant green. And so the Prince of Pentacles is hard work. You may feel as if you are putting your head down. You're doing a lot of hard work this week. You are focused. You are determined. You're going to do whatever it takes in order to reach that goal. This earth energy of Pentacles, so grounded, pragmatic, willing to be very patient in order to secure the reward, and understands that the resources and the effort that I put in is going to count towards the end. So there's a sense here of planning and of being careful perhaps in how you proceed, but making smart, common sense decisions this week. And if there are situations here, it may simply be to do your homework, be informed, and be smart. Use your common sense. If it doesn't quite pass the smell test, then go with what you know. The Prince of Pentacles is hard work this week. You're grinding it out. You're devoted. You're focused. Maybe you're focused on the things that you have to do for the holidays. So interesting, in terms of guidance, we have the Seven of Pentacles and we have the Emperor, major arcana. So the Seven of Pentacles, we see the man here taking a time out from all the hard work. Number one, taking a time out from the hard work, perhaps to rest and to catch his breath. You may need a moment where you don't have to feel that you're working, churning, grinding, where you need time just to catch up to yourself. And that's okay. That's good. That's a good strategy. There are other times when you are taking a time out for a more specific purpose, which is to evaluate your work. You know that patience is going to lead you to this harvest. But boy, you're wishing maybe it goes quicker. You may be hoping that. You may be taking a time out to consider things. Do I want to quit? Do I want to continue? I think the answer would be that you continue, but you have to be patient, and you have to realize that ultimately you will be able to harvest these pentacles and you'll be able to get the reward at the right time. The Seven of Pentacles, I always think of process. And so, if you're in charge of a project at the office or you're overseeing something at home, like maybe renovations, that you're taking a moment back maybe to review the plans, to review what the general contractor is telling you to do, or if you're doing it yourself, kind of your outline of what you want to do next. With the Seven of Pentacles, the Emperor. The Emperor shows up to bring structure, to bring leadership to a situation. He is an authority. He is generally benevolent and good and wants everyone to be safe and happy. And in order to do so, we have some rules and expectations and some structure that's required. So the Emperor may be your guidance to bring some cohesiveness and some structure to your week, to your plans, to your work, to be organized, to really take charge of all the little pieces that you're having to track this week. The Emperor could be, again, if it's related to your work, if you feel that this is coming to you, a message about your work, could be dealing with someone in authority, a male or female in the hierarchy who is either providing mentorship or is laying down the rules for everybody. But, it's confidence and it's taking charge, looking for structure, bringing organization in, and abiding by that. So very interesting. In your possible outcomes, we have the Hierophant, also Major Arcana. We have Judgment, Major Arcana. So the Hierophant, what you see here is pretty indicative of the Hierophant, which is almost like a pope figure, holding his papal cross, if you will, making the blessing with the disciples here. So this could have religious overtones for some of you. Maybe it's you're attending religious services. You're talking to your priest or to your clergyman, getting counsel, getting advice. When we think of the Hierophant also has experience and is someone that we go to for information. This Hierophant is looking out for the group thinking. He's leading the way. He is providing really the blueprint or the script to follow. And when we're thinking of the Hierophant, we're thinking of traditions and things that we do in part of society that we celebrate. Education, again, religions, government, organizations. So this week you may have some commitments that are within your community, within the group that you align with. You also may be getting advice or counsel for someone who's experienced. And again, we have two experienced people here within your reading this week. And then we have Judgment. And Judgment is, we see the people rising out of the tombs, happily greeting the angel who's blowing the horn, the fanfare, as if to say, I'm calling you, wake up. Time to wake up, time to get up, time to allow yourself the opportunity to be reborn, to have rebirth, to cleanse yourself of what came before. No punishment, no judgment. Clean slate. It's never too late to chart a different course. It's never too late to say I'm not quite reaching my full potential of who I want to be or who the universe believes I should be. I'm kind of floundering, or, I'm in this place, I'm happy, but I'm not quite there yet. This type of thinking and feeling the call, the epiphany, is important because then you want to take it and you want to look in. You want to look inward. You want to evaluate what's going on. Where can you go? How can you begin to change? We can think of second chances with respect to our hobbies, our relationships, whatever it may be, that's important to you, and that speaks to you at the very highest level. And this Hierophant may be giving you counsel with regard to that, as well as the Emperor, of bringing in the leadership and the structure to allow you to consider this rebirth. So interesting cards for you, particularly with the Hierophant, the Emperor, and Judgment. And this idea that you're a lot of work and focus this week. So let's see what we have in terms of a weekly affirmation. First light, beginning a new cycle. And I would connect that to Judgment, which is the movement toward evaluating and judging where you are right now. And that has the great potential of pointing you in a new direction. The direction perhaps that the universe has in store for you. Whether it's continued spiritual growth, whether it's another career opportunity, whether it's a hobby that's going to bring great satisfaction to you. And finally, let's choose a card for love. Ask for help. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. So interesting. Ask for help from our trusted conventional leaders. Emperor and the Hierophant could be your family, could be anybody. But asking for help may also help bring you into a better place with respect to Judgment. This is what I have for you for the week. I hope that you found something helpful here today with this reading. If you did, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, share this video, comment below. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.